we need to look at a whole ecosystem. And I want KRA to also apply themselves to this specifically. Because when you are talking of the duty-free, you're looking at the component of their consumables. Okay, that is what you're looking at. But now you imagine a situation where the global medicines for COVID are being distributed from here. What kind of revenue and benefit would Kenya get? Imagine malaria or tuberculosis with cold storage facilities and what have you, but all anchored around the UN framework. That would be big, big business. So just contemplate that. The importance of the UN to us is very clear. I think now we have about 20,000 people, an ecosystem of about 20,000. And if we implement what we are talking about effectively, and the UN at 80 beginning to adjust, you could increase this figure to 35,000, maybe even 40,000 within a very short period of time, which would mean that you'd have a very core community around this system. And we're not counting the other 140 or so agencies that are here. You know, you have the World Bank, you have the IMF, you have the African Development Bank, and all these other institutions, some of which you're mentioning, that are coming, and others are queuing to come to Nairobi. So we must move fast. The cost-benefit analysis should be quite clear. I mean, if you want to know that the UN means something, why are these other countries eyeing it? Why are they going for it? It's because they know that it's an asset. Yeah, so that's why they want to take it away from you or have a piece of it. So we must know that there's value in having them here. We all endorsed the sessional paper number 1 of 2025. And in it, embedded in the recommendation that was approved by Parliament, is that we undertake a meaningful and impactful review of the Privileges and Immunities Act. So it is an obligation already within the context of parliamentary delivery. For your record, remember the sessional paper would not have gotten to Parliament unless it has been approved by Cabinet. So basically, it is a Cabinet decision that this act needs to be reviewed, and Parliament, especially the departmental committee, will sooner or later be telling us, we want to see the specific recommendations around the review of the Privileges and Immunities Act. So it is not a finding. Your recommendations must not gather dust. They must now be moved to the next level. Other countries are competing for this. They want it. When the debate for UN at 80 was going on, so many of our neighboring countries were offering propositions to the UN so that they can become the preferred center for relocation of UN. Let us not imagine that those people have given up. They have not given up. They are strategizing. The way we are strategizing, they are also strategizing. And if we let our guard down, they are definitely going to take an advantage and move forward. Just the way I keep on giving the example that for a long time, JKIA was the hub, the best airport in the region, but that is not true anymore. That's the fact. It's not true anymore. And that is why we are now beginning to think afresh on rehabilitating, having literally a new facility. So it is a competitive process. We need to look at it. If we want to make Nairobi the hub, it should not just be about the professional people there, but we must also now look at moving the global south, the humanitarian logistics, to be based here. And therefore, in all this, KRA should also start looking at what does it take, and the team, what does it take to attract Jomo Kenyatta Airport, the port of Mombasa, the Naivasha hub, Kisumu outlet or nodal areas. What does it take to create Kenya as a UN logistical and humanitarian hub? Therefore, if we are looking at our tax laws, if we are looking at the immunities, let us not do it piecemeal. Let us also have a holistic perspective that how are we going to make this a logistical and humanitarian hub.